What's up, YouTube? We right at it, right to it. It's 9:46. We finna try to catch us something. Right now, it's on the uptrend. Clearly, been on the uptrend all morning, Then market open 8:30. Continuation. This would have been a nice setup right here. I can see this line. This one, not so much. So yeah, I don't see nothing so far. I mean, I can see it's kind of, creating a setup right now for sellers to come back in, but it ain't A1. It ain't A1. So we finna wait. I'll be back. I'm finna warm up my hands. I'm freezing. I think every video I should come on here and say exactly what my strategy is. So I'll be like, what's up, YouTube? It's NASDAQ soldier. I'm a scalper, and I trade only the NASDAQ 100. And I trade supply and demand. I use the 200 moving average for my directional bias, but that's just for a confluence. And I trade supply and demand. If the market is making higher highs, I look for demands if we're making higher highs, I look for demand levels to take a reaction. If it's making lower lows, I look for supply levels to take sales. So yeah, right now we're just waiting for a setup. Since it's been trending up so long, I'm probably finna just wait for some kind of break of structure, which I feel like this area right here, maybe just look for sellers to come back in, and I'll probably take a sell. If I get a sell set up, I'll mark up these demands right here, just to see how far I could go down if I do take a sell, what buyers will potentially come back in at. But I'm gonna wait for it to break structure and everything like that, because I don't know if I want to take a buy since it's been trending up so long. And I got that yellow line up there because that's like a 4-hour supply level, and sellers could probably start selling at that area or somewhere really right where it's at. So I'll be back with the setup and we'll go from there. When I first came on, I said it looked like it was giving something. It was, but I didn't want to jump right in. I just got in here, but this was the setup. This was breaking outside of there. Drew this up, and then the furthest it was able to go was right up here. It broke out right here, went right up in here, the furthest it can go, and start selling down. Would have got in right there, that would have been a 1 to 2. Yep. But I just got in here. I didn't want to just hop in that. I want to analyze and everything first. But yeah, that was a setup, and it played out perfect. But we're gonna wait for another setup, and I'm gonna be back. I'm marking up this area. If it hold, ain't no sense in trying to get in with bias whatsoever. So we got this area marked up. If sellers trying to still hold it down and not push back up here to this, we just marking it up just in case. Marking it up just in case. It'll be so mean to get in right now, because we can see that it's creating that head and shoulder. But we got to get what we looking for us to get in. What I don't want it to do is to give me my entry signal like sellers finna come in strong, and then that mug, I get trapped. Mmm. Mmm. That mug rejected it, went all the way up too. But ain't no real volume. But we gonna stick this out though. And see how that candle had rejected it, went all the way up. I was supposed to get in on a full black candle like this one, but it ain't do it how we wanted it to right there. We looking for sellers to bring it down, but y'all see how it ain't no volume? Like, look at my stop loss, and look at my take profit. Like, look how wide it is, because it ain't no volume. So if I see 300, I'd take it on a day like today. If they give me $300, I'd take it. And this the journey. Yeah, the buyer's still winning. Look how they held up this level. But we in the freaking trade, so we gotta see what we can get. $59, 49, 49. Let me see 300, I get out. I would move my take profit at 300, but it could hit like probably 310 or something, so we don't want it exactly at $300. Come on, sell. Ah, 277, that's the most we seen. 287, 292. There we go. 302. We taking that. 312. We out. We out. We got 300 for the day. Ain't got no volume. We know we probably ain't finna get no 1 to 2 down there. Even if we do, it's gonna take too long. Ain't no volume right now. So yeah, because of the market conditions, we had to go for a 1 to 2. I mean a 1 to 1. I wasn't finna sit up in that. So let's see what we made. 293. 293. I mean, that's decent. That's decent. I mean, we did good. The nigga keep still selling, but we ain't tripping. We sat here long enough. And then we didn't want to start looking for buys because it's on the other side of the trend. And then, like I said, we had this head and shoulders setup. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And we knew it was a reversal setup. And really we really got in. Like the candle was down here when I pressed it, but then it ended up shooting back up and I was already in the trade. But essentially we would have been looking for something like this long candle. And we probably would have entered right here. And probably would have been going for a 1 to 1. Cause we don't like sitting in trades for too long. When all the volume gone, we sit in trades too long. But yeah, it was the same setup. It didn't pull away all the way up here for us to get the setup, but we got the setup right here. This is where we got the setup at. Right. I had this one marked up. Or did I move over to this one? I think I did have that one marked up, to be honest with you. But just because it wasn't breaking above, I didn't come back. Yep. I ain't move over how I was supposed to, y'all. That could have been bad. But this basically is the setup, though. It's still the same setup. I just got into early. And it looked like it would have came and took me out at break even if I ain't take the one that I took. But it's the setup because we got this area drew up. It came down, it peaked out a little bit. But you can see it still worked. Long as it peak out of there, it give me something that I'm looking for. And then I have my furthest level drawn up. Because the market ain't going to be perfect. Like, I realized that it ain't going to be perfect how you want it to do. You just got to know price and understand what's going on with market structure and stuff. Okay, yeah, it broke out. Furthest level we can go. It came up to that level strong. Look, sellers came back in. And draw this trend line. It ain't break that strong. So this would have been our entry right here. Off of that strong volume. And we're going for a 1 to 1. 160, 59, 58, 57, 47, 50, 47, 50. That would have been our 1 to 1. So yeah, we still would have got the 1 to 1. We still would have got it. And I usually go for 1 to 1s, but I start going just for 1 to 2s. I go for 1 to 1s like in a situation like this where it ain't no volume, it ain't nothing, it ain't moving. And then, I go for a 1 to 1, and that'll just be, from my observation of what the market doing for me to see if I'm going, how long I'm gonna stay in the trade, and if I'm gonna get a 1 to 1 like that. But I'm mostly just gonna go for 1 to 2s until I see the observation. So yeah, we still would have got that 1 to 1. That's the only trade we took today. The first setup we seen, it played out perfect, but I had just got to the charts. If I would have got off at 9:30, then I probably would have got to the charts and I would have seen that, and I most likely would have took that. because I saw it, and it came back. It gave everything that we wanted to see, and we would have got a 1 to 2. But you see how it was moving over here, you know, some movement. Man, since I've been here, I wouldn't, you know, I was looking for a setup in buys, but I never got a setup. It didn't give me a setup to take buys. It didn't give me a setup at all. Yeah, it kind of gave me one, I think, up in here, but I didn't believe it was worth it because it was overbought. And then all this small movement, it's like, it ain't moving enough. So yeah, you know, we just study the market. We've been studying it for a while. We kind of see how it moves and stuff like that. So that's how I was able to take that counter trend trade. And yeah, man, real account. We're trying to get it up to where we want to be. You know, grow this account as far, you know, as we can. And y'all on the journey with me. Y'all gonna see everything, the wins, the losses, or whatever like that. So, NASDAQ soldier, I'm out.